welcome to Back to School Night. My name is Miss Stuckey, and I teach U.S. history. So if your student is enrolled in either, it says History 6 or Social Studies 6, that is U.S. History 1. This is a little bit about me. I grew up in Washington State. This is my third year teaching at Glasgow, and teaching is my second career. So before I decided to become a full-time teacher, I worked for 10 years in clinical psychology, and I mainly did diagnostic assessment, but I also did some group work with adolescents, decision-making or anger management groups, and I also taught undergraduates psychology for about 5 years. I went to college and graduate school in Massachusetts, and then I moved to Virginia, and I've lived here for about 11 years now. There's a picture of my daughter down in the corner. And something I'd like people to know about me is that my mom and both of my grandmothers were born in other countries. So the immigrant experience was a big part of my growing up, and it's very important to me. So in History 6, I believe that students learn best when they are active participants in the learning process, that they have a safe learning environment and they take ownership of their learning. And of these, the safe environment is really one of the most important to me. I feel like kids need to feel comfortable, or they're not going to take risks and they're not going to try new things. So we work really hard to make our classroom a safe and inviting, comfortable place to be. To be successful, students will need to come to class, actively participate, do the work, try their hardest, and ask for help when they need it. The last one is so important, that the student reaches out as soon as they start to have trouble. That they try, then they work on getting help before it's too late and the assignment is due. So always reaching out. One thing I want to mention is that all of the classes that I am teaching are co-taught this year. So if your student schedule says my name on it, they also have another teacher in the room. So all of my classes are co-taught with Mr. Shands, and I love co-teaching. I love having two teachers in the room, two perspectives, two adults to spread around the help, and it means that your student can get help faster and they have more one-on-one attention with the teacher. So I love co-taught classes. So this year, on the screen right now are the list of the topics we'll be covering. We're starting with geography now, and we're laying the foundation for skills they're going to use throughout the year. We're going to talk about what North America was like before Europeans came. We're going to talk about why Europeans came to North America, and we're going to spend some time talking about West Africa and the empires that shaped West Africa at the time that the explorers were, the European explorers were moving throughout the world. And we're going to keep touching on those topics throughout the entire year. West African culture and how it influenced American culture. We're going to talk about the Native Americans and how they became a part of this country, how they influenced it. So we're continuing those themes even as we talk about the establishment of the Constitution, how the U.S. grew larger, and then we end up the year talking about the Civil War. So your student is going to be graded in 3 ways. Formative assessments, they're sort of checks for understanding throughout the learning process. Summative assessments that happen at the end of the unit to say, okay, what content and what skills did they learn throughout the unit? And homework. Those asynchronous assignments are going to be every Monday. We're going to have some kind of homework assignment. If your student needs help or if you want to reach out, I have office hours on Monday and Thursday, and information about those is on Blackboard 24/7, as well as the syllabus and the weekly grid. So we're going to post the weekly grids on Friday afternoon for the upcoming week. So you'll be able to see what your student's going to do. You can check over the weekend and you could say, okay, I know what you're going to be working on this week. If you want to contact me, you can email me at estuckey@fcps.edu, and your student can also contact me through Google Classroom. So ways to support your child: definitely check the grid, see what they're working on, ask them how it went, and on Mondays they will have an assignment, so make sure that your student is checking Google Classroom on Monday, even though they won't be in history on Monday. So we will be doing some projects that are not on the computer in History 6, so they might need pencil and paper or crayons or basic things. You don't have to, we're not going to do anything that requires like additional supplies. Most of the work is going to be on the computer. So I'm really looking forward to working with you and your students this year. I know that this year is strange, but I've been so excited already to start to get to know them when they make their videos, when they participate in class. So if you have any questions or you want to reach out to me, please email me. I'd love to hear from you.